Namaskar. I will speak about bliss in meditation. Bliss is very important. It's the essence, is essential thing of the practice of meditation and yoga. Actually, yoga is a wider term, and meditation is a part of yoga. Meditation is a part of yoga. So we start practicing yoga, and many times we feel good, we feel wonderful, we feel also some magical moments are there. But as we practice, with many practitioners I have noticed, myself also, as we practice, the practice becomes a kind of routine that I need to, make it is done. I've done. So I practice. Some people practice twice a day. Some people practice 4 times a day. It's good. There are many benefits. You are focusing your mind, you are cleansing your mind. Hundreds actually of benefits are there. But if there is one thing missing, then entire yoga is missing. You have to understand what is yoga. And that yoga is not only in meditation, is all the time. And what is that yoga? The definition is very important. Sam yoga, yoga ityukta jivatma paramatmana. The unification of unit soul, individual soul, with cosmic soul is yoga. So 2 souls have to become one. That is yoga. Is there yoga in our life? There is. And that without yoga, there is no satisfaction. When I talk to a person, if I talk and the person listens, I feel satisfaction. When I look at someone and someone looks at me, and there is this recognition, I recognize you, I recognize your thoughts, I recognize your attention, and you also recognize me. So at that moment when the 2 attentions, 2 recognitions, they meet each other, there is a magical moment. There is a transmission of information and the transmission of energy. And you feel deeply satisfied when this have happened. These studies, the doctors, they study what is the secret of longevity. Why people live long? Okay, one thing that you eat proper food. Another thing is that you do moderate labor. Another thing is that you don't smoke, don't drink, these kind of things. But these things, they are somewhere down in the list. Do you know what is the first and foremost? And first and foremost is yoga. In the sense of connection. If you feel connected to other people, you feel, I'm not secluded, I'm not separated, but I am connected with other people. I'm not lonely. Other people recognize me, I recognize them. There is this connection. There is yoga. Then you are happy, and then you're going to live long life. That's the thing. That's interesting. It's just, I'm talking something else, but this came out. So this connection is very important. In our world, there are 2 ways to look at the world. One is objective way. I look at the objects around me. There are 2 types of objects. External objects, which is like trees and sky and the mountains and stones and the road. These are external objects. Then there are internal objects, my thoughts. So that is objective world. External objective, internal objective. And then there is a subjective part, subjective counterpart of all of it. Is my soul. And it is your soul. Actually, why I started this topic? I was walking in the forest and I remembered some poetry from one Russian poet. His name is Pushkin. And then he is very eloquently and beautifully described a very magical fairy tale atmosphere. And in Russian fairy tales, there is one kind of character. It is a house which stands on the chicken legs. It's a house. Can you imagine the house? You can Google it out. The house standing on the chicken legs. And that it doesn't have doors and windows. Only one door, one window. So the prince comes to that house and then he says, house, 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 turn backside to the forest and front side to me. Oh house, turn to me. That's interesting. I was thinking of such a peculiar image. Such a peculiar image. A house standing on the chicken legs, and then there is one kind of witch living there, and her name is like Baba Yaga in Russian fairy tales. And she's normally portrayed as an evil kind of creature. But it sounds good to me. Baba Yaga is like almost Baba Yoga, no? And so let's imagine that she's not evil, she's nice. So it's all about unification, it's all about connection. I don't know, maybe something wrong went as this fairy tale was passed from generation to generation, maybe some glitch has happened. So the prince comes and says, oh house, house, turn the front side to me and back side to the forest. It's interesting, it's the way also. Not only turn to me, but turn your back side to the forest and the front side to me. So then I thought about it. I thought, wow, this somehow is a very illustrative to meditation. What is happening in meditation? In meditation, you have to turn your back to the external world and to your thoughts. I don't see, I don't hear, I don't feel. What I do? I exist. In that existence, I recognize the divinity looks at me. I don't know if it is understandable or not what I'm saying. Okay, I'm coming now to the point, how to make meditation good. Meditation, the essence of meditation, is not exercise. No, this is not exercise. Okay, it is exercise, but that is not the essence. It is really the external part of yoga. It's just like a bottle. But water in the bottle, it's not exercise. If there is a bottle but there is no water, it's quite useless. So if there is an exercise but there is no essence, then it is not yoga. It's an empty bottle. Yoga means connection. Connection. So now, let us understand how the connection happens between all conscious beings, even with unconscious beings, like this bush. I look at the bush, I feel the connection at this moment, if I make an effort, special effort. When I look at you and you look at me, you recognize me and your attention, you give me 100%, I give to you 100% of my attention. Then connection. Even if you look at the dog and dog looks back at you, you feel connection. At the cow. Even I saw in this video today, one friend of mine, he sent me, chipmunk. Chipmunk is one kind of small creature with the stripes on his back. So that chipmunk made friends with one girl, and then she was giving the nuts to him, and that even that chipmunk, he looks at her and she looks at him, and there is some recognition, there is some connection. You understand? This is the magic. So in your meditation, this is exact recipe. Oh house, oh my mind, turn to the forest, the backside to the forest. To the objective world, you turn your backside. I don't perceive any more objects. Now I'm purely subjective. Now I try to feel the divine looks at me. At this moment, you have to understand, you have to ideate, the Supreme now looks at me. Not sometime, not somewhere. This moment, now, the divine being looks at me. I'm connected. Feel the sacredness of moment. Feel the sacredness of this connection. And this is yoga. This is essence. Everything else is a shell, is just a package. But this connection is the real thing. So some people think yoga is an exercise. No, no, no. Yoga is not an exercise. It is a unification. It is the connection. So one brilliant recipe for the great meditation is to feel that sacredness. Just when you sit, it doesn't matter if you meditate 1 hour, but you don't have yoga there. But if you meditate 5 minutes, but it is the 5 minutes full of yoga, full of that connection, then it matters. Makes a big difference. Feel that connection. Another thing, it also is very connected, you know. Another thing, when I live in the world objectively, means I look at things as things. The objects are things. Even people, they are things of my world, to be used, to be enjoyed, to be suffered. But they are not entities. They are things. That's one thing. But when they are entities, that's another thing. That's the magic starts. That's the yoga starts. That's the connection starts. That's love starts. Longevity starts. Satisfaction starts. So yoga not only this, but also in the external world. Be with other people, connected with their consciousness, with the soul. When I look at the person, then I recognize the divinity through his eyes looks at me. So out of that attitude, the attitude of service is born. When all those things around are just things, is one thing. But then when they are entities, is another. So, and to the entities I'm connected, and to the entities I serve. That is a second secret of meditation. You sit, repeat the mantra, feel the sacredness, feel the moment that now the divinity looks at me. I'm in the presence of the divine. Not theoretically, practically at this moment right now. I'm in the presence of the divine. Then serve that divine with all the might of your soul. Repeat the mantra with the best possible love you can feel and generate. Repeat the mantra with the feeling of gift that I want to give my best to the Supreme Entity. to all beings of this world. I meditate thinking for the happiness of all, for the welfare of all, for the flourishing of all. With that kind of feeling, at this moment, I'm connected, right now I'm connected, I'm full of yoga, and I'm doing with a service. I'm doing as a service. Then never boring. Why meditation is boring? Because you have made it objective. You have made it boring. Because it is devoid of the most important thing, and that most important thing is the connection with the Supreme. The connection. At this moment you're always connected. That's the thing. Always. The world is magical. So house, turn the back side to the forest. Turn the front side to the Prince. Turn the front side to the Supreme Consciousness. There is one song. It says, Tumi nayan majare roye chotai nayan pare na dekite nijarupete perecho lokote nijarupete perecho lokote nayan majare roye chotai nayan pare na dekite. Oh, the Supreme One, Tuminoyan Majare Ruichota. You live in my eyes. That's why my eyes cannot see you. You are the subject. You are the supreme subjectivity. How can I see you? You are the one who looks. Nijaropete pericholukote. In the very characteristic form, you exist, hidden from everything. So if you want to sense, you want to feel that hidden reality, turn, oh house, turn the back side to the forest and the front side to the Prince. Through the practice of Pratyahara Yoga, you stop thinking about objects. You stop hearing, stop seeing, stop thinking. And the only thing you do is sensing and feeling the divine. You are connected with that. And you repeat the mantra with the blissful feeling of love and service as a gift. Every mantra is the gift to the existence, to the super soul, to the supreme consciousness. Like that. Then meditation is never going to be boring. The problem is that we are going to forget it. Even if you listened the entire video, which became very long, you will be inspired, and then after some time it will just evaporate from the mind. So sometimes it is good to remind yourself somehow. Even myself, I will pay you some money for that. If you remind me, Dada, remember the sacredness of this moment. And now the Supreme looks at you. How nice it would be if we would just remember every single moment of our life, if we would just have that connection, that yoga, with our soul and with everybody else. They are not objects, they are not things, they are entities. Yeah. Okay, if you try this, then after you try it, it will be nice if you give your feedback in the comments. What did you feel? Did you feel the yoga, the connection? And how the yoga is important in life? Is it really important or not? Is it the most important thing or not? The connection. The connection. Life without connection. What is that life? If the bulb is disconnected from the electricity. What is the bulb good for? Yeah. Thank you very much. Namaskar.